Hey everyone, my name is Corey, and today we're going to be taking a look at Dolmenwood, Adventure in Peril in Fairytale Woods. This is the player's book. I know very little about this game, so I'm excited to dive in and see what there is to learn. And yeah, I think it is still within the OSR realm, so probably going to see some random tables, stuff like that. But I really like the cover. I've heard a lot of hype about this one. I think it's really popular right now, very modern, very in the spotlight. So I'm excited to see what is actually in the book and learn about it, because I really know not a whole lot. I do have the character sheet open, and like at a glance, it's like, okay, this looks still OSR-y, so kind of makes sense. Let's dive in. Ooh, kitty. It's by Exalted Funeral, which I always, or I think Necrotic Gnome is the design and stuff, which Gavin Norman is maybe a part of, and Exalted Funeral is probably the publisher. Not totally sure there, but we will see. This work includes materials taken from the system reference document. Oh, interesting. Okay, this is the August 6th version. This is, I just found the like digital rewards that you could get, and this is what I got. So I think this is the most up-to-date one, but I'm not 100% sure because I didn't actually back the Kickstarter. I just went for the digital pre-order. Okay, what do we got here? I love the formatting of this. It's very, very nice, especially compared to Pendragon was really an exercise in eye fatigue at sometimes. But this, I like this layout. This is nice. We have a welcome, started playing. Looks like these are your mortals, briggles, elves. Typically you call these races in D&D. Classes. Lots of familiar ones. Ooh, Friar, I like that. Curious to see what these are like. Magic. Of course we have 30, 44 pages of magic. That's a lot. That might be too much, but we'll see. And then equipment. Oh, yes, we have more stuff. Oh, I like this art. This art style is already just doing great things. Love that. Adventuring. This is going to be interesting to dive into. Appendices. Okay. How many pages is this? 200. Okay, so enough. Still really impressed with the art style. I did get one of the adventures that's for Dolmenwood. I have the hardcover for, I think it's called Winter's Daughter, I believe. I haven't looked at it yet, but I was maybe going to use it. I don't know if I'll use it with Dolmenwood, but I've heard really good things about the adventure. Okay, nice art, very good. Okay, what is this? What are we saying here? Oh, mice, I like that. Pied Piper. Good job on the fairy tale aesthetic. Oh, I do really enjoy it when they actually include what the media is that's inspired by. We have Stardust, underrated movie. I don't know a whole lot of these. Like, I'm sure I know some of the actual fairy tales. The Green Knight, Labyrinth, Legend. Don't know Legend. No, Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away. I don't know The Wicker Man. Ooh, Over the Garden Wall. Oh, and Twin Peaks. This is such a like eclectic list of media. Okay, this book is a gateway. Explore the wild places, unearthed treasure hoards, beasts, relics, fungi, chaos, secrets, witches, fairs, or nobility. Same thing. Fairy roads, arse. This kind of feels like Wander Home, but if it was OSR. Okay, what's in this book? We already took a look at that. Yes, there are 2 companion books. I don't have those yet. We'll see. What do we got here? Free downloads. Okay. Will this open up? Sure. Let's go put that on the other screen. Okay. Nothing that is nothing that's worth bringing up on screen. It's just more stuff. I already have the character sheet here, so I think they're still in the middle of like finishing the project and working on fulfillment and stuff. So I don't know if this is a final copy, and I don't think the other stuff is done yet. I think it's all being worked on. Okay, so we have some things in here. Oh, I like the cold prints. Just the vibe is nice. Okay, don't really care too much about the lore right now. Very fairy tale-y, lots of witches, abbeys, wort, cutesy. Okay, starting play. Yes. Okay, the introduction to role playing. That's nice. Oh, Grendel is in here. I don't think I need any of that stuff, so we will scroll through this. Ooh, lots of, I really like how much art there is. That looks so cute. Okay, and then terminology. It looks like there's page references for all of this, so we won't worry ourselves with that. More notation. It's good that they include this for someone who's new to these things. I'm curious to know how many people would buy Dolmenwood and have never played a tabletop game before. It's important to note that multi-dice rolls produce a bell curve. Interesting that they include a little bit of math in here. Okay, so what is the character? Their ability scores, they have a kindred, they have a class, a level. Time abilities, what are these? Okay, hit points, armor class, combat, attack, magic resistance, speed skills, alignment, blah, 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 blah. Okay, ooh, how to create a character. This is what I'm actually interested in. Many character statistics are determined by rolling dice. You're encouraged to savor the fun. Yes. I'm fine with rolling stats. I mean, if you don't want to do it, you just don't do it, and then you continue on. In something like D&D, I don't like it. That's just a exercise in aggravation. Okay, rollability scores 3d6. If you roll a character with an 8 or less in every ability score, or a 6 or lower in more than one, you may choose to discard that character and start again. Okay. Okay, so if you're new, you're recommended to play humans, or like the tutorial class. And then there's class restrictions. Okay. When you choose a class, new players are recommended to be a human fighter. That's very, really leaned into the stereotype on that one. If you wish, you may raise your character's prime abilities by lowering points in other ability scores. For every 2 points which ability score is lowered, 1 point may be added to a prime ability score. No ability score may be lowered below 9, and no prime may be raised above 13 by adjustment. Okay. Recording special traits. Okay. Oh, okay. So those are your those are your prime abilities. So magician is intelligence, knight is charisma and strength. I like that they have a knight instead of a paladin. Very curious what this friar is all about. I like that they list it if it's like semi-martial, martial, non-martial. Oh, okay. And then they have capabilities. I don't know why they're grouped by 2. It's a little bit confusing there. So Bard has counter charm, enchantment, script, folklore. There comes with holy magic, of course. The enchanter has glamours, fairy ruins. So this is like a magic-y. Interesting. It's always interesting to see how these games differentiate their magic ones. Like a bard, okay, a bard is a bard. You're telling stories and stuff, but like enchanter versus magician, it's I don't know what the difference is there, but that's fine. We'll probably figure it out. We got a friar, which is okay. This is like a less martial cleric. Interesting. Like the thief, very classic. So we have thief, magic user, fighter, cleric. We got the essential 4. Okay, roll hit points. So you roll your hit die. If you roll a 1 or a 2, the referee may allow you to re-roll. It really depends on how hit points work in this game for me to care about that or not. Roll for equipment, buying equipment, note your armor class. Character has no armor. Their armor is 10 plus their dex modifier. Note your speed. Choose your alignment. And other stuff. Okay. Ooh, example. I like this. This is what I need. This is... love it when they have this. This is gonna make understanding this and see like what the picture is like. Okay, so you roll your scores. Ooh, someone rolled a lucky 16. So they're very tanky. They have good wisdom. The picture formed by these brings an elderly Preggle to the player's mind. The referee approves. Very good. Choose a class. Class is selected based on player preference and prime abilities. While classes do not have an ability score requirement, an especially good role in ability indicates suitability for a class. Okay. Looking at the rolled ability score once more, the player focuses on high wisdom. One thing I like to do is if you're doing this is you can always trade with players. It's like, oh, like it's interesting if you have person A and person B, and person A rolls what person B wants and person B rolls what person A wants. You can just do a little switcheroo and everyone's happy. Sometimes it's like the GM will like follow along and make a character. That way anyone can swap out with like the GM character. And then once you're done, you just throw whoever you end up with away. Okay, so the players can adjust. Raising the character's prime abilities can be beneficial to either gain bonus to earn experience points. Okay, I don't understand that, but that hasn't been explained yet. Okay, so they end up with strength, intelligence, wisdom, dexterity, constitution, charisma. Their wisdom and their constitution are high. Did they go with the friar? What does the friar need? Intelligence and wisdom. So their intelligence isn't good, but that's fine. Okay, then you note your modifiers. Hate this. This is, I supremely dislike when you have to look up your modifier from a table. 2025, we don't need to do this. So that's my biggest gripe so far, obviously. So +1. Ooh, get a +2 to Constitution. Reading over the Braggle and Fire descriptions, the player notes their special traits. They have a natural horn attack and fur. The player consults the fire advancement table and notes their attack +0. Okay, so not great. Save targets. So looking at it, Doom is 11, Ray is 12, Hold is 13, Blast is 16, and Spell is 14. I don't know what these mean, but I like this. Is this like per spell, or is this per... Do you like group these together and they have different things that you do? One thing that's weird about magic is you get stronger at magic and then you get stronger at all of your magic. Like there's no way that things get broken down, but I like how this is broken down. Okay. Languages. I mean, I could always do without languages in the game. Everyone just speaks the language. I know that like language is culture and stuff, but for games, I'm kind of meh about it. Fires have 1d4 hit points. The player rolls a 3. They add their Constitution mod. They get 5 hit points at level 1. Okay, you get some equipment. Your starting AC is reduced to 9 because you have a low dexterity, increased to 10 because you have fur, increased to 12 because you have armor of fate. You're poorly defended and you should avoid combat. Very good. You get some speed, you get some alignment, awful, neutral, and chaotic. Okay. And then you do some... Crew and Wooler is now ready for adventure. It's very familiar to D&D. It seems like there's a lot of people that would come from D&D to this. It would be really easy to do. Maybe. Okay, characters are rated in 6 abilities. Here's the modifiers. Okay, so 9 through 12 is no modifier. I would love to roll a 3. Like, just have a character who's absolutely fucked up at a skill. Ability checks. Each class has one or more prime abilities. For example, the fighter relies on strength and the magician relies on intelligence. The character's score and their prime ability determines a modifier applied to all experience points. I don't really understand why we're doing this, but maybe that'll be revealed. For classes with multiple, the lowest score determines their modifier. For example, a bard with 8 dexterity and 15 charisma suffers a minus 10%. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know why we're doing this, but at least it's besides some nice art. What is the purpose of this? Like, if your prime ability score is already poo-poo, then you're probably gonna be sad about it anyways. So now you're just more sad. I don't know what that is. We'll just keep moving on. Strength is for damage rolls. Okay, very similar to D&D. Dexterity is for armor class, missile attacks. You even get languages spoken from intelligence. Wisdom, magic resistance, constitution, and charisma. Charisma is leadership. Okay. Ooh. Giving Black Cauldron. So what's the purpose of alignment in this game? I feel like they could have gotten rid of this too. It just doesn't really beckon much depth to a person, you know? I don't like labels, so that might just be me. Ooh, advancement. A party that survives an adventure and returns safely gains XP. They gain 1 XP per gold piece of treasure recovered. And they get XP for every foe that is defeated, slain, outsmarted, captured, scared away, etc. Okay. All XP awarded to the party is totaled and divided evenly. Characters with especially low or high scores receive a bonus. And there's retainers, which don't care about those. A character cannot advance more than 1 level in a single session. Okay. When you level up, you increase your character's hit points, attacks and save targets, spells and skills, stuff like that. Languages. Okay. Languages are they're good for when you want to be like, oh, let's give this player something. What language do they speak and only they speak? But it quickly devolves into everyone just speaking at the table in whatever language you're playing the game at. So always a little whatever about language. Okay, so here are the actual kindreds as they're called. One of them is a bat and a cat. Okay, this elf is making me feel uncomfortable. Okay, what do we have here? Fairies, mortals. Okay, mortals are swept along, so they age like normal. They have no innate magic. So is this telling me anything particular about them? I don't think this is really telling me. Okay, so this is where we actually see stats and stuff. Okay, so this one is a Breggle. These are goat people. What do you get if you're a goat person? Names. Uh, there's some suggestions for classes. Okay, so you get fur. Does this give you anything? No. You get fur, you get this gaze. Upon attaining Longhorn status, level 4, you can use your gaze. So you gaze intently at an individual, human, or shorthorn. If they fail, they are charmed. Until next sunrise, there's holy spells that can protect. And as you level up, you get more of it. Horns. You can do a melee attack with your horns. I'm interested to see. So in D&D, any things that you get from your race are usually pretty mediocre or like irrelevant. I'm curious to know like what's the deal? Are these actually things you would use, or are they more fluff like a lot of the other things in D&D? Oh, random tables. Page 34, and this is our first real random table. I was expecting maybe something a little bit sooner, but it looks nice. Lots of fun stuff in here. Loot. A pot labeled frog paste. Containing frog paste. Oh, lots more stuff. Flavor tables are fine. Okay, we have elves. Ooh, I like this one. This is much better than previous elf that we saw. What do elves get? Bum. They get extra listening and searching. They get glamours. They get magic resistance. Vulnerable to cold iron. I find it a little bit tough to track like these things, like cold iron weapons inflict +1 damage. What if you just forget about that? You know? Elf trinkets. Okay. Ooh, this one's cool. What is this? Is this still elves? Yeah. From Alkin. Are these the cat people? Oh, yes. You get, oh, you get an armor bonus because you're so itty bitty. Oh, I like that. That's fun. Just be a little kitty cat. Oh, you can shapeshift. You can become either a fat domestic cat, a chester, or a primal fey form, a wilder. Oh, that's fun. Ooh, the little gentleman cat. Okay. Let us. Oh, who is this? I don't know. Oh, little goblin people. Very much reminding me of Labyrinth and the never-ending story. Oh, we have bat people. This is nice art. Okay, lots of stuff on different kindred you can be. Classes. Let's look at the friar because that's new to me, and then we'll look at one that's familiar. Ooh, the enchanter looks interesting. The having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different save targets is curious. Like at first I was kind of interested, but now that I see it the table, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a lot. That is a lot. Okay, friar. Let's learn about this. So what do they get? They must be lawful or neutral. A club or a dagger, sling, staff. The divine blessing of one true god grants the friar a bonus to armor class depending on their level. Okay. See the friar advancement table. 2, 2, 2, 3. Okay, so you will actually get a nice armor bonus as you go. You can employ a frying pan, cured sausage, or even ham shank as a melee weapon. That's just kind of fun. You can forage better. You get herbalism, so you can do stuff with 2 subjects, whatever that means. Then you have holy magic. So very clericy. Okay, Vancian magic table. I'm whatever about Vancian magic. I've just done it so much that it's no longer a strong interest of mine. What kind of spells do they get? Ooh, if you're a friar, you have to dress in simple habit and cut their hair in a traditional tonsure. That is menacing. And then you can turn the undead, which is probably something the clerics also have. So I guess the clerics are maybe just like more melee focused than these guys. Gals, pals. Oh gosh. Hungry unicorn. Okay, now let's look at one that's familiar. So look at the magician. Actually, no, let's look at one that's more the thief, more melee. Okay. Oh, so you roll for your starting equipment. Backstab. So if you're behind someone and they're unaware of you, you can use your stealth skill. You can only use it against mortals for your turn. If you have small or medium size, so you get +4 and you inflict 3d4 damage modified by strength. You can climb walls, pick locks, pilfer, disarm. Okay, so like, I do like that this is more like the old school thief stuff. Like, here are your actual skills. That's fun. Oh, and then as you level up, the things change. This is a lot. There must be a better way to do this than these tables. Like, this one's kind of okay because you only have to look it up when you level up. But you also have to look on your character sheet every time you use this. So, and there's not a whole lot of space here. You know, I am totally okay with character sheets that cut out the portrait because I am not a drawer. Okay, what else? Magic. Ooh, she's a crusty owl. Okay, arcane magic. Some cool art. There's some of the arcane spells. Circle of invisibility. Fly. Oh, rank 3 is fly and fireball and haste and lightning bolt. This is very D&D-esque. We have magic missile here. What? There's no magic missile. There's dimension door, polymorph. Oh boy. Okay, so this is very familiar territory for anyone that's done D&D. I even have an iron shard. Invisibility. Knock. More spells. How is fireball? Is it 8d6 damage? How much damage does it do? Flames streak from the caster's finger towards a point within range and detonates. Creatures caught in the fireball suffer 1d6 damage per level of the caster. You succeed, you get half damage. Oh, I like that it scales. That's a nice improvement. Scaling based off of your level is something that D&D sorely needed. That's cute. Thought that's at PlayStation. Okay, this is a lot of spells. Oh my gosh. What is fairy magic? So you get glamours and then you can learn them. It seems a little bit complex. But, you know, if I was actually like sitting down and reading this, I'm sure it would be digestible. sort of skimming through some of these things. Glamours. Okay, so what do we have? Conjure treats. I like this. You just get to summon some treats. Ooh. With a twinkle of the eye, the caster causes a single mortal or animal to forget what they just witnessed a moment before. Oh, that's handy. Cat versus a moose. Some birds and an owl. It's wild. What else we got here? Oh, some greater ruins. So these are ruins, and this is glamours. Okay, so you get innate powers, which are glamours, and then you get lesser ruins. These can be used on a daily basis. Ooh. Then you get mighty ruins. Invoking the power of this rune brings death upon one or more mortals or animals within 30-foot diameter area. Total of up to 48 levels of mortals or animals must save versus doom or die instantly. So dramatic. Oh, and then you get some holy magic. So this would be used for the friar. And then there's saints associated with it. That's interesting. You can have the abjuration of Saint Cygnus, which causes silence. So it looks like the holy spells just go back to regular spells. Holy caster can pray to the saints once per day. Okay. You get these spells blessed upon you. I kind of enjoy when the cleric stuff is a bit more separated. Like the fact that this is just, they just took all the like holy theme spells and gave it some extra flavors. It's okay, but I usually like a little bit more than that. Oh, or is this... Okay, these are not the magician spells. These are their own spells. I also like detect evil and detect magic. Maybe there's like overlap, but it's different. They can do healing, light. Looks cool. What does bless do? Ugh. I'm like a little bit judgmental when it's like, oh, get this modifier. One of my biggest gripes with D&D and D&D-esque games is there's a whole bunch of math in it. It's like, do this, add this, subtract this, roll twice, do this, add again. Now you've hit, figure out your damage, roll these, do this modifier. A little bit much. Okay. Cool. I have some cows. They look so friendly. Okay, this is good. Very nice. Let's continue on. Okay, and then there's knacks. Mosslings have a knack. There's 6 of them. And as you level up, they get stronger, so that's fun. Oh, they're so beautiful. Oh, Yeast Master. Okay, and then what do we got here? So equipment. This is a lot of stuff that you would maybe get in character creation. I don't think we need to read through what's in here. Armor and weapons. Got a weapons table. Armor. Horses, vehicles, companions. Ooh, Clifford the Big Red Dog. Lodging. This is formatted very similar to like a D&D book. Yep. Some bevies. Because this is a fairy tale game, so gotta have fun bevies like the Cold Prince. Wine. They have whole levels for this. I don't think this amount of detail is needed for the starter book. Type leaf. A turnip man. Okay. Fungi. So we're definitely into the like fairy tale lore part of it. I wouldn't mind if these things were added separately. I'm having trouble seeing exactly how they fit in. These are more things that I would want in like a setting book or something. Or like in an adventure book. Who knows? Okay, special services. So adventuring things. Pretty much moved on past the character stuff now. Okay, and then adventuring. Ooh, more cats. Okay, so it's describing role playing. Very good. Judgment is a role warranted resolution. How do you succeed? I feel like I'm probably just skipping past it. I skip past how to. Okay, description, verification, action, judgment. I must have already missed what is the way to do this. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, I feel like the example will probably have something. Okay, I think I just missed earlier how you actually roll and succeed. I'm assuming you roll, add your modifier, and try and hit a difficulty, but that's fine. So preparing for an adventure. You have an adventuring party. This is the game where you stick together. This is not an individual type game. You have some roles. Oh, is this it? Oh, here's the core rules. Okay, we just hadn't got to it yet. Skills represent their competencies. Roll 1d6 and add any modifiers. If the result equal or exceeds the character's skill target, you succeed. Oh, so you roll 1d6, and if you get a 6 or higher, you succeed. And some of them get lower targets. I don't know what the benefit is of having lower targets versus just getting an extra modifier, but cool. A 1 always fails and 6 always succeeds. And you only get to take one benefit, it looks like. Okay, those are skill checks with an ability check. Ability check represents the character's basics. So you roll 1d6. If you get a 4 or higher, your check succeeds. Okay. Saving throws. Roll 1d20 and add the modifiers. I don't love that you switch from a 1d6 to a 1d20. And for attack rolls, you also use a d20. Okay. Ugh. A target that reaches 0 hit points dies. Okay. Okay, it looks like this game involves a lot of like moving around. Like this is a traveling game, like with hex crawl and stuff. So you get party speed, counter movement, exploration speed, running. That's fun. Encumbrance rules. Hmm. Okay, some stuff on hazards and challenges. And what else we got here? Traps, movement, losing direction, wandering monsters, camping. Okay, so camping is a specific thing you do. I like that. I do like a procedural game. You set up your activities. You can build a fire. You can try to cook a meal. You take watches. You sleep. Anyone who sleeps well will heal 1 hit point. That looks kind of familiar. I want to see if Google Lens knows what this is. I swear I've seen this image before. Yeah, is this the green man? I'm looking it up right now. Okay, so the copyright is for Necrotic Gnome. Okay, so this is... It looks like the Green Man. Maybe that's why it's familiar, is just because it looks like that, and that's a very popular thing to draw. Very cool. You take watches, wandering monsters, sleep, blah, 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 settlements. I do like that this kind of pulls back and goes back to some more typical OSR things that you might see. Buying and selling. Ooh. An interesting fountain. Then there's dungeons. Okay. Counters. Okay, so when there's an encounter, there's a surprise roll. There's distances, initiatives. Each side rolls 1d6. One player rolls for the party and the referee rolls for the other side. Then you get to go first. Okay. You can attack, you can evade, you can parlay, you can wait. And then there's actual combat. So I want to know how much damage a weapon does. I've looked that up earlier. Bunch of combat rules. This is quite interesting. Okay, so there's some extra rules you can do if you don't want to die at 0 hit points. Okay, so how much damage do they do? So this one rolls, they hit, they did 1d4 plus 1 damage, plus 2 for the strength modifier. That's a total of 6 damage. Seems like a lot. I guess at level 1, you're kind of just praying that you make it. This is cute. The artists for this are very skilled. And I do like the layout a lot. Oh yes, this is fantastic art. Okay, what do we have for appendices? Calendar stuff. Noble houses. Religion. I don't know what this is. Oh, so this is if you just want to play an elf. I like that. I like that they included this. Ooh. Very ominous. What is this? Acorns. Okay. Ooh, more classes. And then a whole bunch of thank yous. Very nice. Yeah, the artists are really impressive. There was one I didn't like, and it was that elf, and it was because they were giving me a weird look. Some writing, inspiration, and what else? Map. Okay. Go back to the top. Let's go to the table of contents. So I didn't know it was so D&D-esque. I didn't know that it used the D&D systems reference document. But that was interesting. The layout's really nice. The art's really nice. Magic. It just seems like it has a kind of a similar issue where it's like if you want to be magical, you have more rules to deal with, which is not really my jam. I like it when there's a nice consistent ebb and flow between the characters. The classes are interesting. I like that. This chapter, which was just a bunch of like bits and bobs, like a lot of this I feel like it could be in a different book. I wanted to slim this down, but I don't know, maybe it's just easier to include it here. That's fine. Adventuring, interesting. It looks like there's a lot of focus on traveling, camping, dungeon delving, level up and repeat. We did skim quite a bit so that, we didn't get to dive in depth, but a lot of it was just, it looked like it was a variation on what was from D&D, so I didn't feel like we needed to dive in depth that much. The 1d6 for the skill check and the ability check is interesting. Getting more granularity on attack rolls and saving throws is interesting. I don't understand. I'm a little bit confused about XP penalties. That's unusual to me. What else? Lots of magic. I think I was expecting a little bit more. I really didn't know what was going to be in here. Just I knew that was like an OSR thing. I thought there would maybe be a few more like new concepts. But that's okay. I think it's well done. I think a lot of people get a lot of value out of this. Specifically, people that are D&D adjacent. I would, if someone ran this for me, I would definitely play. I think it'd be fun to try it out. I think the big thing is probably the lore, which is, I think, probably why it's so popular. It's really well put together and really interesting. And it really gives you a lot of like Lord of the Rings vibes. Lots of never-ending story vibes. So anything else on the character sheet that's new that we would want to know more about? Saves, armor, attack, movement, health. This is not enough room to write all of your traits. Absolutely not. Okay, and then you get some stuff for your skills there. Okay. Yeah, I think I would maybe have a bit of a tough time running this myself. It seems like there's a decent amount of investment. You need to understand it, mostly because you'd have to understand all the differences from D&D. But that might be okay for someone that is invested. Yeah, but I would definitely try playing this as a character. That would be fun. And the art is cool. Very, very easy to get pulled in. I think I would want to look at what an adventure looks like to really get the gist of what's going on here. But I think those are my thoughts. Yeah, very nice cover. Very impressive what they're able to do with the art in here. And I guess that'll be my last thought. So we'll wrap up here. Thank you for sticking out and being interested in following through this. This was fun to read about. I've been wanting to dive into Dolmenwood for a little bit, so this is cool. And yeah, that is all that we've got for today.